The aim of this video is to provide you with an overview of the skills that will need to be delivered in order to successfully support a compromised newborn baby at the point of birth. This is based on RC UK 2015 guidance. As you will see from the video, these skills are not difficult, and if they are done well, the vast majority of compromised newborns will respond positively. In order to achieve this, you will need to make sure you follow some basic principles. As you can see from the algorithm, there is an emphasis on the importance of drying the baby well in order to keep them warm and provide stimulation to breathe. If the baby is not breathing or has a heart rate of less than 60, we will deliver 5 effective inflation breaths, followed by 30 seconds of ventilations if there's no improvement. 3-to-1 compression to ventilations will follow if the newborn remains compromised. In line with the Trust's infection prevention control policy, consider all standard precautions while carrying out newborn life support. After recording the time of birth, our next priority is to dry the baby, and we will do this rigorously for anything up to 30 seconds. This will prevent thermal injury through heat loss and will also provide stimulation for the baby to breathe. Whilst drying the baby, you need to consider its colour, tone, and whether there's any evidence of respiratory effort. This is also a good opportunity for you to manage your human factors and prepare yourself for the next stage of the algorithm. The wet towel will be removed and the baby will be wrapped in a clean, dry towel. For the purposes of this video, we will continue the resuscitation with the baby fully exposed, but in reality it would be preferable to keep the baby wrapped at all times. After 30 seconds of drying, you can reassess the newborn's colour, tone, respiratory effort and heart rate. If the heart rate is absent or less than 60, you would consider clamping and cutting the cord and calling for additional resources. You will now need to attempt 5 inflation breaths whilst keeping the newborn in neutral alignment. Each inflation breath will be delivered over 3 seconds using room air. By resting the BVM on the arm, you will be introduced to a technique that may be useful later when delivering chest compressions. After you are sure that you've achieved 5 successful inflations, you will need to reassess colour, tone, respiratory effort and heart rate. If the heart rate is absent or remains at less than 60, you will now deliver 30 seconds of ventilations. Once again, you will reassess colour, tone, respiratory effort and heart rate. If the heart rate is still absent or less than 60, you will now commence 3-to-1 compressions to ventilations. Resuscitation is commenced at a ratio of 3 chest compressions to 1 ventilation. The chest is compressed over the lower third of the sternum. Aim to achieve a compression of 1/3 of the depth of the chest. In accordance with Trust Clinical Guide 07, Section 4.11.6, the administration of drugs is not supported for newborn resuscitation due to the challenges in delivery and skill retention. Key learning points. Doing the basic skills well will result in positive outcomes. Prevention of heat loss and effective drying is one of your most important considerations. You must achieve 5 successful inflation breaths before moving further into the algorithm.